Boners in space. Pornhub is a website that, face it, you've been to, and they just put up an Indiegogo campaign to raise $3.4 million to create the first sex tape in space. They have a bunch of different incentives for people to give donations, and they have an Indiegogo video, which we'll talk about. But first, thoughts, 5 words or less.
Casting call for Apollo 69.
Mm-hmm.
That's one giant red rocket.
Yes.
More like Jupiter's ass ending.
Nice. I think everybody deserves a bunch of points. More like Space XXX. You know what I mean? Because that's triple X. Would you guys ever donate to something like this?
Absolutely.
Elle?
I don't know if I donate, but I definitely watch it. I'm curious. I want to know, how does it work in space? There's
It's
like
very
no-
difficult.
Yeah,
as a matter of
research.
fact. Yeah.
According to research, it's very difficult because you've seen, like, they have to work out when they're in space.
Yeah.
And there's space sickness that you have to grow accustomed to. And when you see people on the treadmill, they're literally strapped into the treadmill. So when they jump up, they don't just fly out into, into the roof.
Yeah.
I could just already picture all the fetishes that are going to come in space, like no oxygen sex or something like that, or just some weird things.
They think
go
they're
like,
just getting choked
helmetless
out,
sex.
but literally the oxygen has been cut off, and they're like, "Oh, just roll with it."
Amazing.
And then also you've seen like fluids in space.
Yeah.
Like where people are like,
Everywhere.
let me shoot the Jello or the
Oh my
the
God.
orange
That's
juice
gonna
at
be
you,
the
and it
best.
looks like Jello, and then but like, you know, if you spill fluids during sex on Earth, terrestrially they just fall on the carpet and they'll dry.
no.
But like, you know, a week later, someone could just be like, you know, doing their space report, and then suddenly it's just, oh, what is that?
Dude, you know that money shot's gonna
Delayed
look
money
amazing
shot, yeah.
in that porno.
But it's gonna
No,
just
she's
bounce
gonna be
off her
like,
face.
oh, where is
Yeah, I know, just
She's
like,
going to bounce off, yeah.
Oh my God.
I would love to see the conversation with someone breaking this news to like Neil Armstrong and being like, you know when you took that the first step for man, big step for porn. This is
The one thing that I am impressed about is how little the price is that they're trying to get to. Only 3.4 million, and they're gonna shoot a porno in space in like 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's my theory, is that they just reached out to Virgin Galactic through Richard Branson, and he was like, oh yeah, you could do it for free. And then Pornhub's like, no, don't tell anybody that. We're just gonna try to raise $3.4 million. They have a bunch of incentives for people to give money. One is, if you give $30,000, you get branding on the spacesuit. The 150K tier is called the Uranus tier. And you get to actually keep those spacesuits. And then everything from website access for the actors who are, if you want to look up and visualize who's going to be having sex in the space, Eva Lovia and Johnny Sins.
Who's the f***ing man?
He's the man? You
He
like
is.
Johnny Sins?
He's good.
Why do you like Johnny Sins?
I don't know. He's just been in a lot of pornos that I've seen.
Good for
From-
him.
From like high school to now.
Yeah, it's difficult
Like,
for a male to become a
He's been
porn
around.
star.
Yeah.
I grew up
Yeah.
with him.
Really?
Yeah.
You came of
He
age
was
with him?
my generation's. He is my generation's Peter North.
So good.
Yeah.
Well, good for him. So, are you guys going to donate to this Indiegogo campaign? Would you watch this video? Would you pay for a video that for certain you're just going to be able to see for free like 2 seconds later? Give us your thoughts in the comment section below. Would you like to have sex in space? And we'll see you next time on Pop Trigger.